Hello and welcome to the Audio Dad Chronicles. I'm Shale, and today we're going to take a dive back into BTS's song On. We are going to do the Kinetic Manifesto Come Prima version. So after some on again and off again drama trying to keep my live at Grand Central Station on the Tonight Show from Jimmy Fallon version of on the air on my YouTube channel, it was put up then taken down, put up and taken down a few times. But so far, as of this filming, it is still there, so I'm very happy about that. Please do check it out. But we have decided that after a lot of feedback, I was supposed to also check out the Kinetic Manifesto version. I think this is the official music video, at least as the screenshot certainly implies. So we're going to check that out right here, right now, and we're going to follow that up with a little bit of additional footage from behind the scenes. The BTS on BTS, if you will. Anyway, let's roll. And just because a lot of people like to point it out and say that it is really important to make sure I always hit the big hit, make sure to give acknowledgement where it belongs, big hit, music and art for healing. Let's leave that on screen for a quick second while I say hello. How y'all doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. Now let's back that up and let the intro play from the very beginning again, just because. Absolutely love the marching style they put behind this. Just pause it. I like it so far. Really cool. It is very similar, if not identical. I'm going to just assume just extremely similar in choreography as would be expected with such a well-composed and rehearsed choreographed bit of song and dance that this most certainly would be. And the timeline of the Jimmy Fallon appearance I don't think is too terribly far off from the official music video either, which of course, as well indicated, is in the height of start of, I should say, of the COVID era, where there's a lot more isolation going on in the world, and certainly this set looks very isolated. There's no one around but them, but really cool location. I like it. This is great. And yeah, certainly nice to see the proper version, if you will. Not to say there's anything wrong with the live one. It was incredible. Like, wow, it really, really impressed upon me. Well, anyways, I have heard the song as indicated. I did my first reaction to it was live at the Jimmy Fallon show, so this isn't a complete and total shock. So I don't know if I'm gonna pause it as often as I do or not, but I will just do the usual quick shout out that Saturn, my black cat. He's running around the room, and we've been playing a little bit. He's been getting rambunctious and scratching and playing with me, as is pretty common. But Something recently we've been doing in our video, so I thought I would just still make it known for those that aren't aware. Some point during this video, there's going to be a little icon of Saturn, a little sticker of a little black cat put on screen, and that's going to be for the Spotting Saturn Club. At the end of our videos, when the end credits roll for all of our Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee supporters, there's also now something called the Spotting Saturn Club. Once per video, one person. You see him, the first person to see him leaves me a comment on when he appears, and he'll get added to the next week's cycle for the end credits in the Spotting Saturn Club. So do look for him in this video. He will appear somewhere in here, and he might appear somewhere in the background. Never know. You can't control him. He's a cat. Anyways, let's roll. Love this song. I pointed out in the original live version that first live version that I saw, I feel it was a little later in the song than this, where I started noticing the presence of some brass, and clearly that was a very intentional move with the marching band and that whole vibe and throwing in the brass, and I'm already hearing it in the background in this song. I wonder if throughout the course of the song, I don't doubt we'll probably see the same effect where some additional members of the marching band are going to enter into the scene with the brass instruments, whether or not it'll be more prominent in the mix. But I'm already hearing it in there. I'm going to back that up a touch. That was cool. That was the first time I noticed it that early in the song. There it is already, very quietly. Love the vocoder effect, that's cool. Really appreciate the idea of them, being fighters and using this song as a means of continuing to put themselves out there and in defiance of critics and criticism, to say that we are doing our own thing and we are sticking true to who we are and what we're about, and connecting that with the marching band theme, because there is very much a victorious kind of a vibe to the entire concept of marching bands and their the history of like the snare drum marching snare dating back to military references for keeping the rhythm and the marching and such for the soldiers themselves and the BTS army, and it all really kind of ties together in this one song. It's really, really cool. I really appreciate that. And again, just really trying to take in that now that we can get this the whole scene where the camera is just that much further back and there's no distractions around, just, this very stark white gray concrete environment, and just a really cool scene, just like a location to do this at. The way they film it really makes it look like they're on an angle. I don't know if that's actually the case or not, but I'm sure that would have complicated the choreography just that much more if so. But it's really cool to see like I say, the whole shot, and in the background, all of the dancers and other performers are, very well timed, of course. falling in line and going down or getting up, and the choreography of the entire BTS lineup moving together and in sync. Like, they're just phenomenal. The choreography is just chef's kiss. You can hear Saturn again. More brass. Because I had that spoiler, if you will, already of having seen this one of the scenes that really impressed upon me. The bold move, if you will, not to them, I'm sure, because they got the skills and the athleticism to pull it off. But I definitely appreciated a lot of the subtleties, the magician's effect of being distracted by, pardon the hand, one thing happening up front while the other kind of, appears behind. And I can't tell who it is. I forgot off the top of my head. It's been a few weeks since I've seen the original video now, but knowing that hiding right in plain sight, I should say, right, hiding in plain sight behind the one in the foreground there's another guy in the background just getting ready to leap up and over him. And when he did that, it was just like, oh wow, cool. Like, you're distracted. You're not paying attention to who's there and who's where, and all of a sudden he's jumping over his partner, and it's like, holy cow. You wouldn't catch me doing that at my age, or probably any age for that matter. There he is, and descend into the dark abyss. That's a kind of a cool timing of lyrics, and I'm sure everything is intentional. I've come to learn that there's no happy accidents. It's all very, very well planned and choreographed, and extremely well scripted. And it's a gift to be able to see your art in that many layers and levels. Nice. And a big brass now. Love those drums. Here we go. Very cool. Really dug that version. I can see why everybody insisted I needed to watch the alternate version of it. The original version, I'm sure, is what it really is. That was awesome. That was a really cool extra little insight and view into what they did. And speaking of, stick around. There'll be a quick little break here, and I'm going to cue things up, and we're going to watch a little bit of a behind the scenes of this. I'll be right back. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Okay, so as promised, we're going to get into a little bit of the BTS on the BTS, the behind the scenes on BTS, filming and preparing for, I should say, preparing for the On video shoot, which became the Kinetic Manifesto. Let's go.
And then you go one. Okay.
Wow. Hi.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
How are you? 안녕하세요. 저희는 CNA입니다. 반갑습니다.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
아침마다 보면 행복할 것 같아.
Everybody scoot back a little bit so we can.
멤버들도 차례 뒤에서 하고.
So we're here. One, go on five. 1, 2, 3, 4. You said 6 and 7, 8. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
남들은 너 나오는 만큼은 나올 거야.
1, 2, 3, keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
뭔가 이게 이거 좋아할 때 하냐 그러니까.
5, 6, 7.
I have such a mad respect for just the level of detail and work that goes into this and the pressure I'm sure it's on for, I think it was Sienna was the key choreographer for this. Just like it's a world that I am just unaccustomed to, you know, coming from, even though I worked in live music and a musician myself, performed in bands over the years and toured and so on. Coming from a rock, metal, punk kind of a background, there's just no such thing as choreography. It's chaos at best, you know, people running around and crashing into each other. Nothing like this. So they just to have the artistry and the vision to see and hear a song with the musicianship and the dancers, and to turn it into not just choreography for the 7 members, but then to bring in the marching band idea and additional dancers and to carry it through a nearly 5-minute long song. It's just incredible. It's really interesting to see this. So I do believe this was recorded in LA, and it looks like they almost have like their own facility, you know, with the BTS logo on the floor and everything. It looks like it's very much part of it. Now, I mean, they could just put that down to protect the floor and the main surface, but it almost looks like it's their facility, which is pretty cool. Let's keep going. This is fascinating just to watch and learn. And I noted in the very first time I saw this, that whole handoff of the drumstick and drop down and let the members take over and play the drums. That was one of those, whoa, that's a really cool move. I liked that. Didn't realize they were setting up for that right here, but I should have. But yeah, I was definitely one of those moments I was like, that's cool. Like that move. Here we go.
5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, rhythm, back.
And hand them back nice and subtle. Really liked the ending of that as well, with the drumsticks dropping and making it that live effect, and you hear it here. I don't recall hearing it in the original Kinetic Manifesto version. Pretty sure it wasn't there. I mean, maybe it was, and I just missed it because there's so many other things to take in. But I'm pretty sure it's not there because that was a studio. You know, it's them in the studio and the beats and the drums and the horns and all that, of course, as well. But that's all done separately. This is very much a choreography thing that may not have been considered. This little detail may not have been considered at all at the timing of the making of the studio version. but it was definitely prominent in the Grand Central Station Jimmy Fallon appearance that I've already seen, and it was one of those things that to me it was like, dang. Not that there was any doubt at all that it was a live performance. I mean, clearly they're doing it in person, but their vocals and everything is all happening in real time. But the dropping of the drumsticks was a huge seller for me. It was like way to make it authentic. Like it's the little imperfections, intentional or not, that really sell those things home, and I really appreciate that.
오케이. Thank you so much.
And a well-deserved break. I'm sure that was a lot of work to get
Real
to that
strength
point.
means relief of your worst flu symptoms with fast-acting liquid gels. Advil. That's real strength.
여기 소름 돋아. 나 이미 여기서 체력 끝났어. 너 이거 엄청 힘들었지? 여기 뒤로 못 가겠어. 무서워. 형한테 박을까 봐.
It's really cool to see them be normal people. You know, just like they're working their butts off, but they're performing at such a high level. But to see this behind the scenes where them just being themselves and just like looking at the reviewing the footage, and oh, that was so hard. This was a difficult thing to do. Showing their humanity and allowing themselves just to be normal people who are just genuinely working their butts off to create the performance that we all get to appreciate and maybe to a degree take for granted.
아, 이때 뭐라 해줄 때 힘나더라고. 그러니까. 힘내세요. 힘내. 좋아. 잘하고 있어. 힘내. 찌더 세게. 가자.
안녕하세요 여러분들. 오늘은 온 뮤직비디오 촬영이 있는 날이고요. 지금 온 뮤직비디오 촬영을 위해 많은 분들과 멤버들이 다 대기하고 있습니다.
안녕하세요 여러분. 여기는 온 뮤비 촬영장 현장이고요.
그만해 이제. 그만해.
네, 안녕하세요. 여기는
너 뒤로 가서 빨리 쓰라고.
나.
오늘은
네가
첫
가야
날이고요.
시작을 하지.
내일은 둘째 날. 보다 멋진 뮤직비디오를 보여드리기 위해 이런 멋진 곳을 섭외했습니다. 보러 가시죠.
It was cool. I'm going to back that up a second. There it is. It's cool seeing, what's just out of shot. Just, clearly they're on a bit of a hill. It's an overpass. They've got the rights to block it out, and so there's nobody randomly walking by and interfering with their shot. Just getting that wider perspective of where they are and what's around them. That's pretty cool.
보러 가시죠.
And I love the tattoo. I'm assuming that's actually a real tattoo, not just ink for the video shoot. That's cool. Oh, it is painted on. Well, it's still a cool effect either way. The details, just so many details.
아, 멋있어.
저게 리더입니다. 저 대장입니다.
And if he don't look sharp, I like that outfit. That's a cool look.
지금까지 우리가 해왔던 좀 진정성이 많이 담긴 그런 무대나 음악성을 많이 담은 곡인 것 같은데 아마 우리가 할 수 있는 되게 많은 에너지를 여기다 쏟아붓지 않았나라는 생각이 들어요. 이번 애들이 진짜 너무 역대급이라고 힘들어 죽겠다고 하는데 잘 모르겠어요.
That says something, I'm sure. And just locked in.
작년 9월이 생각나는 이 날씨. 그래도 뭐 잘 나오는 게 중요하죠. 처음으로 BTS가 LA에 와서 무대를 찍습니다.
진정 이 바지로 할 거.
I just saw a boom camera, an overhead camera moving in and around, and it made me think of another one of those things that you got to think of every little detail. Somebody has to think of every little detail that can make outdoor video shoots like this such a challenge. It's not just enough to have the set, the location, the rehearsal down, nice sunny day so that it's cooperative filming. LA certainly helps with that. But the time of day they did this may, depending on where on the geographical orientation of this location, they may have had to have factored in where's the sun. We have X amount of hours to do this or to get these scenes down, or the shadows are going to change that much more. And definitely things they got to think of.
마치 밴드인데 마치 밴드랑 하고 싶었었는데 재밌을 것 같아요. 저분들도 아마 이런 작업은 처음 보고 재밌어 하더라고요.
I'm sure being a marching band, certain things like a part of the choreography like this is not in their normal canon. They may have their musicianship down and the marching and the timing and everything that goes with that level of choreography, which certainly would be part of what they do in a marching band environment with very structured moves and turns and so on to, whether it be out on a field for a sports game or whatever. But then to be brought into a world of working with BTS, a K-pop artist, and then being expected to take it to a different level and different way and different physical laying on the ground, even, just everything to it. I don't doubt this was quite the rewarding experience for the marching band as well. And it's like, who would have thought when they were entering into their university days, pursuing their general studies, when they get into being a marching band, which is certainly a thing that's going to be on the side to some degree, and where's that going to lead, or what is it going to do? At best you might be out on a field for a sports game or something, or some special event at your school, but then all of a sudden, boom, you're in a BTS video. You get to take that one out of college and university. That's pretty cool. Ooh.
눈 알 맞은 거 아니야? 그럼 진짜 아픈데. 눈 알.
Ouch.
아 다행이다. 이때까지 그는 몰랐다. 무슨 재앙이 다가오는지. 정확히 10초 후.
Ooh, seven. Gotcha. We have a visitor. Hello. You gonna fight me? No? Let's keep this play out. I don't think he's gonna stick around long. You were just passing through and I scooped you. Ooh, who's that? He wants to look at the screen. No, we're not gonna go in front of the TV. You'll knock things over. Okay, go ahead. Like I said, he just shows up whenever he wants. Oh, there's a cat outside he wants to look at.
전에는 이 안무 그렇게 힘든 게 아닌데 뭐라고 했는데 정정할게요. 네.
I bet that is a hot day. And I can see the shadows have changed. This is definitely a different time of day now. Excuse me a moment. My cat is knocking things over. I'll be right back. Well, the joys of living with a cat. Like I said, he entered the room, he felt like getting a little mischief, and while off camera behind the camera where you all can't see, I have some soundproofing just to try to tame the noises in here. But to a cat, that just translates to a giant wall of fabric. He just climbed it and knocked my light over, so guess you. Where were we? Let's back up a touch because I got distracted there. Drone, very cool. I'd wondered about some of their shots. This is not the first time I've seen drones being used for a music video live capture of performances, and what a change that technology can do. When I was working as a roadie, we're going back 10 plus years now for myself, things like this were just not a challenge. We were barely getting into in-ear monitors at that point. Now in-ear monitors are the standard. Everybody has them at all ranges and sizes of artistry. But you pulling in drones and things like that, it's like the technology continues to get better, and it's really cool seeing it getting used in all sorts of different ways.
이제까지 저희가 한 안무중에 제일 힘든 것 같아요. 저 아이돌이 제일 힘들다고 생각했거든요. 아이돌보다 더.
He thought Idol was harder than that. Interesting. That has been high on my list of to-dos for songs to react to. I may have to get to that one much sooner than I anticipated if he's referencing it as another hard choreography. Definitely fuel your body. Hydrate.
그치. 많이 안 들어도 됩니다. 우리 사실 여기서 여기서 돌아가는 게 중요합니다. 제일 힘든 부분이 남았습니다.
So fluid.
이게 워이터 무서운 건데?
나 이 자리에서 다 보여 임마. 이 자리에서 잘 왔네.
we hear the drumsticks falling in the live video, certainly.
멋있다.
What a memory for them all.
여러분들 LA 야외 촬영 어떠셨어요? 야 이게 끝나긴 한다. 야. 근데 일단 건조해서 땀이 좀 들러서 좋아. 맞아.
정말 역대급 안무입니다.
제가 볼 때는
다리가 지금 저려요. 오늘 우리 멤버들이 진짜 뮤직비디오를 위해서 정말 하얗게 불태웠습니다. 정말 자부심.
그래서 옷이 하얘군요.
불태웠네요. 네, 그래서 뭐야 얘 봐봐 쟤 날린 거 봐. 하얗게 대단한데?
제가 볼 때는 이 뮤비는 진짜 많은 분들이 좋아했을 것 같아요. 그렇죠. 역대급입니다. 예, 정말 방탄소년단이 이를 갈고
For real. For real, they really put their nose to the grindstone on this. Lot of work. We're just seeing behind the scenes of the finished product. I can't imagine how many hundreds of hours went into getting to this point for all of them.
이갈이 하시나고요?
Just for this one song, this one video.
그러니까 진짜 준비도 많이 했고 LA까지 왔어요. 이것 때문에.
LA에서 또 이 안무를 위해 한
A week and a half here in LA too, as well.
생명 갈았습니다 진짜로. 아미분들이
Legit.
저희 블랙스완 나왔을 때 블랙스완 정말 너무 멋있다고.
Black Swan was really cool. That was my introduction to the art, to the band in the first place. Really dug that video, but this is even better, I dare say.
그렇게까지 열심히 준비하고 있는데 사실 이거입니다.
이제 본 무대는 이건데.
근데 이거예요.
Video I said too was filmed in LA.
기대가 많이 돼요. 이거 보여드렸을 때 어떤 반응이 될까?
그러니까 진짜 터졌습니다. 수강 공개되면. 대박. 여러분들이 보고 계시겠지만.
저희 진짜 이쁜 짓 하려고 열심히 준비 많이 했어요.
많이 이뻐해 주시고 우리 한번 다 같이 점프로 드라마 타이즈로 가볼까요?
자, 이 자리 외우세요.
하나, 둘, 셋.
Very cool. And yes, I have seen the official video now. I have seen them perform it live on Jimmy Fallon. I was going to say Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Fallon. And I have seen Black Swan, which is also a phenomenal music video. That was really cool. Thanks a lot for coming along on the ride in this one. I hope to see you all again. Peace, love, and empathy to you all. Good night.